All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another session of tutorials with me, Aubrey. Now, I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel. You can kindly subscribe to the channel for more videos such as this. I think gratitude also goes to Madam Mahone for sponsoring this lesson. Now, let's look at question number 2. So we are still on Frustrums. And this is an example from the 2018 past paper. All right, so the question reads, the diagram below is a frustrum of a rectangular pyramid with a base 14 centimeters long, 10 centimeters wide. So that is to say, on the base here, we have a triangle. So even though this looks like a square visually, but this is a triangle, okay? And the top of the frustrum is 8 centimeters, 4 centimeters. So this is also, a rectangle, sorry. So even though the bottom part looks like a square, it is a rectangle. Same applies to the top part. Even though it looks like a square, a rectangle. All right, so let's dive into solving the question. So before you start solving the question, you will need two things. You will need to draw how the entire shape might have looked like. Okay. Then secondly, you will need to draw the top part that was cut from our our frustrum here. So I think let's go ahead and draw that. Okay, so this is how the prism might have looked like. Okay, so these are the top part which was cut, which we don't know, but we've been told that the height of the prism was, of the frustrum was 11.4 centimeters. So now this is the height 11.4, and it was cut from this end. We don't know the height of the part that was cut, so we call that X. Okay, we call that X. And all right, so here are the length. This is 4 centimeters, and that is 4 centimeters there. This is 8 centimeters, and that is 14 there, and 10 centimeters there. All right, so now from here, what we also need to draw is how we need to draw the top part that was cut. We need to draw the top part that was cut. So this is the top part that was cut. So we see that the bases remain. That is 4 because it is 4 here, and that is 8 because it is 8 there, and we still don't know this height, which is X. Okay, so now from here, what we are going to do is we need to find this X. Okay, that is the first step. First of all, you find the height of the top part that was cut, which is the X. So what you do, first of all, you need to know that the entire height of this pyramid before it was cut, it is X plus 11.4. Okay, so this entire height was X plus 11.4, which we are going to write there. So now, if you check these two shapes, you'll see that these two shapes are similar. Okay, if you look at these two shapes, you'll see that they are similar. Okay, this shape is similar to this shape. So we can find the value of X by making approximations. We can say this height is approximate to this height, which are just ratios. So we are equating this height being approximate to that or similar to that height. And we can also approximate the bases. We can say the long side of the base, which is 8, is also approximate to the long side of the base of the bigger one, which is 14. We can also, if we wanted, we can also use 4 here the short side 4 is approximate to the short side 10 there. So that is how we're going to take our proportions. So that is how we're going to take our proportions. So we're saying the height x, okay, the height x of this small one is approximate to the height, which this one, okay, which is x plus 11.4. Then we are going to take either of the side, the answer will be the same. We can take 8 being approximate to 14. So we are saying 8 is approximate to 14. And notice how I have put all the elements for the small pyramid on one side. If you've seen here, I made sure that all the elements of the small pyramid are on one side of the equation, and the elements of the big pyramid are on the other side of the equation. The x here, this is x. The 8 here, this is the 8. So this is very important, even as you'll be taking ratios. So from here, we just cross multiply. We cross multiply to find our x. So we'll say x times 14, that will give us 14x. 14x is equal to 8 times x. That is 8 times x. So we are going to get that x. So 8 times x, we are going to get 8x, and 8 times 11.4, we're going to get 91.2. So from here, we group the like terms. We're going to have 14x minus 8x being equal to 91.2. Then here we're going to have that is 7x, I'm sure. That is 14, that is 6x being equal to 91.2. Okay, so we can divide throughout by 6 so that we remain with our x being equal to, just move this up, our x being equal to 15.2. Am I right? 91.2 divided by 6. Yeah, so that is 15.2. So now that we've found our x, the job here has gotten easier for us. So now we can just go on and replace. So our x here, our x here is 15.2. 15.2. Okay. Just use a black pen. So x here is 15.2. Okay. And we can say here we can rewrite this. That is x, which is 15.2 plus 11.2. I mean plus 11.4. We're going to get 26.6. So we can write this as 26.6. So we are almost done. Okay, we have done the hard part of this. Now from here we just need to solve the problem. Now we are going to find the volume of the part that was cut. So now to find the volume of the part that was left here, which is the frustrum. Okay, let me just point that out. We're now going to find the volume of the part that was left here. So to find the volume of the part that was left, which is the frustrum, we are going to find the volume of this entire entire pyramid. Then from it, we're going to subtract the volume of the top part, which is this part. And if, as you see, if we subtract this volume, what we're going to remain with is the volume of the bottom part. So now we're going to find the volume of this, which we're calling volume A. So we're saying volume A. We know volume is base area times height. So base area times height. So in this case, the base area of this one is, this is a rectangle. How do you find the area of a rectangle? You just L times B. So that is 10 times 14, 10 times 14 times the height. That is 10 times 14 times the height, which is 26.6. Okay, so now if we punch that, we get 3,724. Okay, so that is our volume A. Next, we move on to finding our volume B, which is this volume here. So again, we can do that. So we can say just volume B on top here, and say volume B, volume B. Again, it's the same formula. Volume is base area times height, base area times height. Again, the base area. So this is again, so this again is this is a triangle. I mean, this is again the base there. This is the what? This is a rectangle again. So the base area is L times B. So it will be 4 times 8, and the height is 15.2. So we're saying this is equal to 4 times 8 times the height, which is 15.2. All right, so as we can see, so this is the volume of the small pyramid, and this is the volume of the big pyramid. So from here, I think I can move this. I can in fact completely delete it. We have no use for it. Okay, so from here, this is the volume of the small, and this is the volume of the big. So we just subtract them to find the final volume. So we're saying the final volume of the frustrum will be equal to the big volume, which is 3724, minus the small volume, which is 486.4. All right, so if we punch that in our calculator, we get that as our final volume, and then we can put our units, which is centimeter cubed. So this is the process that you would have to follow. So even for the second question, you follow the same procedure. Follow the same procedure for the second question again. So now in this case, only that you'll be drawing it upside down. So in this case, it will be upside down like that. So this is how the pyramid might have looked like. Then you do the same thing that we were doing here, and that is all. So have a good day.